Minnesota roster, and they're all on the ice right now. A nice touch by Minnesota coach Dean Evison. Ottawa, by the way, is now 4-0-1 in games played outside North America, the best record of any NHL team. They surrendered 7 special teams goals, 5 power play goals, and 2 shorthanded. In comes Brady Tkachuk on the break, shoots, and gusses and makes the save. And part of the problem for Minnesota of late has been lousy starts. And there's an early break for Brady Tkachuk.
Brock Faber caught a edge on the way back in and gave Tkachuk the open line.
Now Joel Arsenault catches Ottawa to change and wrist that wide. Take a middle to the long shot. That's kicked out. His deep partner Jared Spurgeon fires. Spurgeon back in the Minnesota lineup after missing the first 13 games of the year to injury. Minnesota just 2 wins in its last 9 games as Spurgeon goes back, suffering a shoulder injury late in training camp. Middleton turns it over. Here's Claude Giroux. Taps that back down to Tim Stutzla for Giroux with a shot. And Gustafsson makes the save. Low-end glass in this building. Also long benches, which has caused some teams some problems. We've seen a couple of too many men penalties. That shot fired on goal by Faber. Turned away by Forsberg. Nick Petan making his season debut for the Wild. Plays that back and goes Brodin with a long shot. In comes Stutzla. Chance there, and Gustafsson steers that up and out of play. Spurgeon, long shot, it's wide, Sanderson on it. Minnesota, middle of the pack in goals for. The problem is the goals against. They're 31st in goals against. Only San Jose is worse as Boldy works in. Boldy shoots, goes high off the glass. Bounces back to Spurgeon, the Wild captain for Zuccarello. And chip right on goal, nifty play there by Boldy. Here's Petan. Plays it back around, big score for Iowa in the American League. Petan plays that back for Brodin. In comes Marco Rossi with a chance. And the blocker save made by Forsberg. Gusts it out to play it and leaves it back for Matt Boldy, or Brock Faber rather. And that long lead pass just missed Marcus Johansson. Second unit comes on. Joseph plays that back to Chychrun. Across he goes to Tarasenko. For Jacob Chychrun. Feeds back across to Giroux. Whoa, Giroux back to Chychrun. Fires. Gustafsson save. He juggled it. Still did. And it's picked out.
Maybe did on the one-timer attempt by Norris, then that generally is called a penalty.
Tkachuk, rink wide, he goes for Kubalik, in, fires, and the stop is made by Gustafsson. Jason Robertson.
Who had a pretty dynamic move of the year season as well.
Kaprizov sends it back for Rossi, that missed. Spurgeon shoots, Forsberg the save. That puck bounced off the stick of Kelly. Foligno trying to draw it back.
It's in his ear.
I think it's in his hands, is it?
Oh, here we go. That was...
Zach McEwen dropping the glove with Jake Middleton. And so our first fight in the Global Series.
Kidney shots by Middleton. Uppercuts. I'm watching Mike Tyson punch out. Oh.
You don't see a lot of this in Sweden. It's a game misconduct. You do it here. They're getting their money's worth for this one.
Nothing. A little bump is all it takes. And McEwen, I think, wanted to engage physically. The reason is to provide a...
Terry missed on that. And away comes Matheson. Moves it and shoots. That deflected wide. Matheson centers it. Charging a chance. Kubalik. Oh, and a save by Gustafsson. The puck's under him. Kubalik thought he had one there.
A little bit. Good forecheck, getting down behind the net. Matheson shoulder check. Knows Chartier's rolling through the front, and you can see Kubalik fan on the puck just a little bit as he scoops underneath it. But an excellent save from Gustafsson. That puck did get up.
Right. They turn around to a 2 p.m. local start tomorrow against Toronto, which played last night, so rested today.
It's about as tight a turnaround as you're allowed to have in the NHL.
Yeah.
21.
Man who played in 4 consecutive Stanley Cup Finals. In comes Johansson, shoots. That's off the stick of Hammond. Bounce off the back of the net.
They're going to call a penalty shot.
Penalty shot's going to be called. Her second straight game of a penalty shot. Zuccarello back on it. Rink wide he goes to Kaprizov. And a round of Bogosian. That long bench must look like it's 10 miles away for him right now. He finally gets there. Kaprizov throws it back through. Zuccarello tries to gather it back up. At the point, long shot, scores! Brock Faber It may have been tipped in front by Rossi. And Minnesota gets the game's first goal.
Marco Rossi, who just recently has been promoted to the first-line center spot, pays instant dividends with a... He celebrated like he got it, but Faber tees it up on the far side of the net. Maybe a little subtle tip by 23 Rossi. There you go. Knock it back in and down a little bit.
Some don't have a rooting interest, but just a terrific year. Fans from all over Europe have come here, lots of North America as well. Now a steal by Giroux. Throws it towards the goal. Second chance. Gustafsson saves, still loose and picked up now. A five-man scrum in front of the Minnesota bench, and it's finally shot down by Rossi to the Ottawa zone. Tkachuk. That pass turned over. Faber, a long shot. Forsberg makes the stop. Down to Stutzler. Here's Sanderson.
PK, this passive board.
Tkachuk a long way from the net. Fed back down, across it goes. Tkachuk shoots. A great look there. And Gustafsson makes the save.
He's so far above the circles when Batherson throws it to him. It allows Gustafsson to get a push, get square, and even get off the goal line a little bit to make. Sets up the Islanders on Friday.
That's Thanksgiving. Back at the point, here's Hamonic. Tees it up and shoots. It goes off the foot of Duhaime. That knocked the blade off his skate. So he's going to wobble back to Minnesota bench. That gives a chance for Brannstrom to walk in. Shoot, score! Erik Brannstrom!
A pass from the goalie.
So it's Swede to the back of the net.
Hamonic wants the puck, calls for it. Duhaime blocks it. You see the steel go flying out of the bottom of his skate. He's going down. Forsberg snaps it up. And Brannstrom tees it up, lets it fly. Blocker side, short side. These are fun, though. Nobody around you. No one pressing you. You're almost at the face-off dot. And
Middleton lifts it back down to the Ottawa zone. Chychrun spun around Boldy. Chychrun back on it. That pass goes off a skate to the side of the goal. Centered by Spurgeon. Great chance at the side of the goal for Boldy. And Forsberg quickly hops on that. Brock Faber will just wind it down. And these teams will put a point in the bank and go to overtime. So Ottawa had not gone to overtime yet this year.
Right.
They were the only team that hadn't gone past regulation, now in 2 games in Stockholm. And Norris wins it back to Sanderson. Away we go in overtime. Jake Sanderson. Oh, nifty pivot to the blue line. And here is Sanderson. 50 seconds to go in overtime. Long lead pass to Tkachuk with Stutzler. Brady Tkachuk in, shoots, just missed short side.
he's not sure if he wants to shoot this. Eventually decides, you know what, nobody else available, I'm going for it. And great. Oh, he's got him beat. He's got him beat short.
Looks ahead to Stutzler. The last minute overtime hero on Thursday night. Stutzler tied up. And this time he won't get a shot away, as Minnesota and Ottawa will go to a shootout. Stutzler. In on his old teammate Gustafsson. Stutzler shoots, and Gustafsson makes a save.
Head fakes and stick fakes at Gustafsson. He gets down early, but he's able to recover. That's really nice.
And now Batherson in for Ottawa. Drake Batherson stopped by Gustafsson.
Oh, he went with the Nick Suzuki little back against the grain. Gustafsson feeling it. Athletic, he moves. That glove was waiting for the puck the entire time.
Kaprizov 0 for 2 this year in the shootout. To give Minnesota the lead. And he's stopped by Forsberg. On to round 3.
Stealing the show. There's just not a lot there. He's trying to go backhand, forehand, and Forsberg's right on top of it.
Now Josh Norris for Ottawa.
Blast a slapper the way you could shoot the puck. Not gonna happen.
Walks in and shoots, scores! Oh. Well called, Michael.
But he just has such a great release.
Long winding road in. Eriksson. Back in on Forsberg, and It's the Forsberg move in goal that stops it. And the Ottawa Senators will go home